What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 23 of the Amateur Hour podcast. Marcus and Santos here again. Still the season of Marcus. Santos, how's it going? What's it like to be part of? What's it like to be a side character in someone else's season?
Actually, I prefer it this way right now because you got way many more things going on than I do right now. Especially, it's not just because of where you live, but the moves you've been making. So I love hearing about it, and it really until things kick off here and we're able to do some things. I'm okay living in your world.
Well, everyone else just needs to realize it, and then we'll be good. Um, but yeah, we had league today. That's why we're doing this a little later at night. We had Thursday doubles league at Century Park, same place I ran my tournament, which we did last week. Went great. Tournament went fantastic. I cashed at my own tournament. That's new for me. I've never not been like DFL at my own tournament.
Ouch.
Oh no, okay. The one at Revive, the one at the church, we came in second to you guys, and I ran that one. So I wasn't.
I have a history of not just performing like I'm not bragging on me. I just have a history of having the right partners on the right days
Yeah,
because
you were
that's
with
how
Luke.
you. Yeah, it was me and Luke. We beat you guys, but then when we took down Spencer and Nate for your April's Fool last year, it was like I just have a knack for having the right partners on the right days, and Kieran absolutely carried the last five holes of that second round.
Yeah.
Probably more, probably like six or seven, because that's when the rain started. I was done, I was spent, and yeah, I mean to be able to say I beat you guys in those two different tournaments
Oh,
is
you.
purely just
Yeah, and I mean at my April Fools last year, you whooped me and Reed. Like we
oh
we
god, yeah.
we caught you guys on hole like the fifth hole of the tournament, and we were like, yeah, what's going on? We're like five over, and you guys were like, oh, we're like three down. I was like,
On the worst
okay. We
shot.
are not having on worst shot. We were like, yeah, we are not playing the same tournament right now.
I remember that, man. It was the first time ever legit playing the worst shot, and
Yeah,
it was just so much fun because of all the shit talking that led up to it. But then I'm on a card with like you said, like with Nate and Spencer, and I'm just like, all right, just talk as much as possible to hang with these guys and be near them.
yeah,
And Kieran helped back everything. It was absolute, just like it was with Luke, absolute partner golf, picking each other up when we needed to, except for that one little short hole.
yeah.
We got like an eight or a six or some.
You
I don't
took
even
like
want
a
to talk about
six or
that
an
one.
eight on a short hole. Yeah,
It was a bad one, and we still beat them. So yeah, that partner golf thing, I get lucky. I know you and I didn't. We played doubles a few
we used to
times.
play team challenge doubles, but that was when my rating was like way worse than I played. So we played some pretty
Right,
lower
right,
ranked players on
but
the
no
team
actual
challenge teams.
tournaments. Right?
We played one doubles tournament at the Riv, and we did not do well.
Did
The
not.
kid,
I remember
remember
that
that
one.
kid
Yeah,
on our
because
card aced that like 360-foot uphill hole?
yes, the
That was pretty
lefty.
cool. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
lefty. That was cool.
I remember. I remember it because they were using a golf cart the whole
Yeah,
time while we were walking.
yeah,
Yeah, I definitely remember that. And for those of you who have your opinion, whatever, I still say it's an advantage. Somebody riding around a golf cart for 2 rounds, somebody walking for 2 rounds.
yeah,
I do remember that my son and daughter on that tournament, Nene and Alicia, that was one of their first
yeah,
tournaments playing together. They won
yeah. That's
their
right.
division. That was awesome to
That
see.
was really cool.
Um, let's see, Danny and I won the Buffalo Bye Week Blitz
Oh yeah,
one time in the freezing rain that ruined winter golf for me for like the history of
yeah,
ever. But yeah, like I said, different partners, different divisions, and I just have the knack of being picking the ones on the right day.
yeah,
So I hope to keep that going this year. Luke and I have wanted to partner up for a couple of things, but we haven't done it yet in the last year. So hopefully we can do something this year before I get too old.
yeah, yeah. So my tournament went well. We came in tied for fourth, but there was a tie for second, and then someone won. The guys that won are my closest friends that I play with all the time down here. They played together. They won by three. Second place was so they were 15 down. They shot five down in worst shot and 10 down in best shot.
That
Um,
doesn't seem right.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy course,
Wow.
but it's
Okay.
it's got teeth. You can definitely. They missed a Mando the first round, and so like the drop zone is not close. You are not threeing it if you miss that Mando.
Okay.
Um, but they also jammed some. We saw them make some like 40 or 50 foot putts to save whatever pars
Oh
in
wow.
worst
Yeah.
shot. They were jamming putts, so they shot good rounds. They play that course all the time. Second, the tie for second. Those guys play that course all the time. One of those teams, shout out to Austin and Justin, they went out and practiced worst shot. They went out and played worst shot together
Wow.
at the course to see what it would be like.
Wow.
Like, I don't think anyone else did that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would. I don't under. I mean, kudos to you guys for doing that, but I just
Yeah.
don't see myself because my worst shot is like I showed up with Kieran. Like we put one in the bush. Like you
Yep.
don't anticipate that when you're practicing. You anticipate
Nope.
your worst shot's gonna be circle two or man.
Yep.
Good for them though. Good for them. It paid off, right? Second.
Yeah. Yeah. They came in second. They
Yeah.
took home a good chunk of money because I pay out pretty well at my tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And then we came in tied for fourth with Daniel and his cousin Zach, who they missed tying for second by a stroke because they had an ace splash out on 17. And there's the video of it. I will ask Daniel for the video. We can put it up here if I can remember to get it from him. Because he has this sweet rigged up contraption with a couple of C clamps. That like in his cart, he's got like a clamp, and then a clamp across, and then he clamps his phone in. So
Nice.
He's really
All
good,
right.
really good idea. So he clamped his phone in, and he was recording tons of videos of our second round. I assume he has videos from his first round too, but we played with them second
What type
round.
of cart was that? We can get into that
He's
later
got
in the
a
podcast, but
Zuka bag cart. One of the Zuka
because
bag carts.
I feel like one of those carts has the actual holders for the phones that
He
are
said
attached, right?
he broke a few of those already trying to use them. Like
Makes sense.
they just fall off or
Yeah.
fall apart. Yeah.
Yeah, like the lug nuts for the wheels on those
Yep.
carts.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Real
right.
quick before
Sorry,
we get into the just real quick before
yeah,
we get into the bag versus cart
the
discussion.
week that was.
Week that was, we had U.S. Women's. Missy took it down, who was kind of
Yeah,
leading the whole
big
time.
money, basically.
A little bit of struggles here and there. It got close, but no one ever really caught up. Evelina was close, but never really put the pressure on. But the huge shout out is to Eva Lutsenko. I'm sorry if I pronounce your last name wrong. Val, you can correct me when I post this. But she won FJ12, and she's from Spartanburg. She's from our area right here, so we were all rooting her on all
I'm looking
weekend
it up
long.
right now. I have FA2, FA3, 4, 18,
FJ.
15, 12. Oh, yeah, Lutsenko.
Yeah. So their
Oh, was there a
playoff.
they went extra?
She
Yeah, I
made
see
up 4 strokes in the last round. She was back 4 going into round 4. She made up 4 strokes and then won in a playoff. Which
That's amazing.
Cool to take down.
That's awesome to be a part of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To win her first major. So
holy cow!
Super bright future.
Eva.
Like great player. Plays tons of tournaments. So much potential. Gonna be so good.
I don't know. I'm gonna box the name. So do you remember this girl who just came out last year? She's like 17, 16. She bombed at like 400 feet. Good. I'll look it up and I'll try to get it for the next time. But Middling, Elizra
Middling.
Yeah, she's the one that bombed it, right?
Yeah.
She had a sibling in there.
Yes, she had a sibling in a lower
and who was
division.
bombing. Yeah, lower division. She was bombing just like her sister.
Yeah,
I saw a video of it. I was like, my God, to see them do that, man, that's just awesome. You got some real bombers. Let's see, Henna, she was up there. Ella Hansen, the bombers were up there for sure.
Yeah,
but surprise,
it was a tight course. It was a very tight wooded course,
which is why Paige was.
Yeah, we talked. Paige was pretty far
29.
Pretty far back.
again, we're not knocking Paige. She's not over and done with. She's coming back from an actual
From a
break,
pretty big injury.
from a break. Yeah, and you don't just get back on the course and start bombing and hitting lines perfectly.
No.
She wasn't the best in the wood to begin with. So if your balance and everything else is off, then it's going to take some time. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully, we'll see her back to form and competing again at the top with the rest of the ladies that you see on the regular. Because it's a better place when you have Paige pushing everyone at the top, and it's nice to see when she's performing.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to your hometown hero. Imagine that, man.
I know.
Winning your first major at age
12 ish.
ish, 12, yeah, that's amazing. Is it downhill from there? Is it uphill? Like,
I think
how
it's
do you
uphill.
compare to that, right?
I think it's uphill.
You win a major. All right. What else did you have for the? We had our local ladies. Let me see.
Yep.
Well, you know what? They weren't in the running really, but I guess it was just a fantastic experience for them. Hopefully, they got to
Oh, yeah.
enjoy what they were doing. But I just want to be able to say, Madison Walker, good player. She DNF'd.
Oh.
I just saw it here. Yeah,
Oh, I believe she
she
got
DNF'd. I didn't
hurt
see it.
to some degree. I thought.
Yeah,
Maybe not. I
but
don't know.
yeah. Anyways, the local ladies they made it, so that's a win in itself. And then they made it there. They traveled. They had some hopefully some good rounds and some fun with the ladies out there. So um, I hope they did, and I'm sure their socials and everything will be posted with some of the stuff that they enjoyed.
Yeah.
All right.
The only other thing that made me think about that we didn't talk about earlier was I ran this tournament this past weekend. We had talked about what we want to do for future tournaments down here. And I guess this is a small announcement, teaser. I'm going to try and steal from Jimmy Carmen to do the Upstate South Carolina Team Championship. Like
the one that we played in?
Like the one that we played in, that Jimmy runs every year, or tries to run every year, and doesn't get enough support because it's a great idea.
It boggles my mind.
It's
It
insane.
was a great format. It was a great idea. Even though year one at Darien in the rain was painful, the format, the idea, everything was great.
I lost my favorite driver of all time in that round, and I still think it was a fun round. I lost that baby blue AJ that I would high flip on every shot.
Yes.
I lost on that round.
I remember. And we went into some thick stuff looking for that. We sacrificed the body for that for sure.
I don't think anyone's ever going to find it. I think it's gone forever.
No. Yeah, sadly. Best thing he did was move it closer, which should have removed any doubt for anyone to participate. Actually, we did. We had more teams.
You had more teams the second year. I couldn't.
We fielded 2 teams, but they had more, right? Unfortunately, in the silver division that we won, Alicia, Chris, Sully, and Luke, they were called baggers, but
they ran away
because, my daughter is she's a pretty good player, and unfortunately, ratings around here kind of suck for her, right? So she was like a 7 something. So if we fit in the format, we didn't rank, we didn't stack anyone down there. It just happened that some other casuals, got beat by a girl and they didn't like it. So started yelling out baggers. But the overall format, we had a great time.
So much fun. I think we're going to
let's take a I got the trophy hanging here somewhere.
Oh, I got mine right above me. I don't know what direction.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Right above me.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
there it is.
Super fun event. So I want to run that. Blue one. Get some teams from Charlotte to come down maybe. Oh, let's move into that too. We don't know a ton about it. But that's my little teaser about what I'm going to do later this year.
Before we move on, let them know the format of it, because maybe Jimmy could use some help with people understanding how he did it, and maybe get some people interested in asking.
I believe the format, it's a 4-person team. You play the first round. It's a 3-round tournament. We did 2 on the first day, 1 on the last day.
Ratings capping the division, so you can't just stack a bunch of MPOs that are
caps.
rated.
Yep.
like 3,500 total between four
total.
players or something like that. Don't take
Yeah,
me
I'll get
on
it
the
from
number,
Jimmy.
but
I'll ask
yeah,
Jimmy. It was a very good rating system.
yeah.
Um, it is the first round is singles, just straight up singles. You add all your scores together at the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
The second round is best shot doubles. So you take your top and bottom players, and then your middle
Yep.
two players, and then you play best shot doubles round. You add those scores up. Then the third round is alternate tee shot quads, where you have to tee off an equal number of times ish because it's 18 holes and that doesn't divide by 4 evenly, and so someone throws two people throw 5, two people throw 4 shots, and then you play best shot from the alternate tee shot. So
And there is more strategy to that alternate tee than you really think.
there's a lot
There's
of
a lot
strategy.
more strategy trying to get your best player on your distance holes, your more accurate player on the smaller. It matters, and I distinctly remember that because year one, it was like I missed 14's water. It was like I hadn't missed that
Yeah,
in like forever since I had first learned how to play. And I was like, all right, this is the right disc. Everybody knew it. I let the bottom up to the wind and it just carried it short, went in the water, and they
yeah,
parked it. It made things a lot closer than they needed to be. And it was the only mistake we had off
yeah.
the tee. So I remember like, oh, this is an easy one. I can get us across. We're not going to lose anything on it. And then damn.
Well,
But
I also
it's
remember
fun
Kimball.
because you have your targets. What
Kimball
did Kimball
made like
do?
a 60-footer after throwing a
Oh
huge
yeah.
roller on hole 1 where we thought we were going to get a stroke. So we were parked. That was
Mm-hmm.
sick. I remember that. But
I
yeah,
remember that.
it just brings some really cool, unique aspects you don't get to play that often. Like I like bringing up unique format disc golf to
Yes.
get people
Absolutely.
to think about it more.
Think of it this way: after you have your person tee off, you literally have four people trying to throw it in.
Yeah,
Nobody's playing safe. Four people trying to throw it in. So
right.
you're talking competitive with each other, competitive with the other team. It's just a great time. So yeah, I hope you guys do it, and it would be awesome if you did it in like a cold month that some people from here can travel to just to have fun with it.
Yeah,
If we can get anyone to travel,
I know.
we'll talk about that next time. All right.
But I want to segue
You go
that
ahead.
into the other team event we just talked about. The one I just sent in the
Oh,
group chat that
yeah. Let me
that
find that.
Philo's part of,
Mm-hmm.
the SCSCXDG.com.
Put his name on it, or like what did
Yeah,
we?
I don't know what SCSCXDG stands for because no one does yet. Because
South Carolina.
the website doesn't have a lot of
Oh,
info yet.
two.
But it's
Maybe it
10-person
was supposed to
teams.
be SC by SC.
I don't know. It's 10-person teams. They're gonna try and field 1,000 teams, or 1,000 players, or 1,000 teams. I don't remember. It's one or the other.
I'm reading it right now.
You're reading it,
So
yeah.
our upcoming league officially begins once we reach 1,000 registered teams.
Yeah, so 10,000 players
Teams.
or 4,000 players. I can do math. 4,000 players. No, 10,000. It's teams of 10. Yeah,
Yeah.
10,000 players.
He is a TD and handles money correctly on those
I'm a
days.
certified
Just so you
rules official.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I'm looking up stuff to back up what you say because I have it on my phone right now.
There's like X number of regions across the country, maybe 6 regions in the country, like a northeast, southeast.
10.
10 regions. Cool. That's better.
10 regions. One. Two, if they're doing it by color, what I'm reading.
They are doing it by color on that map. Yeah.
10 regions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. 10. One,
So
yeah.
yeah, they claim the winning team is going to get $1 million.
I'm sorry. What? I missed that part.
Yeah. They have 4 million in total prizes, allegedly. The winning team's going to win $1 million.
A spirited competition for $1 million reward.
The winning team's going to get $1 million, so split 10 ways. That's $100,000 per team, per player for a whole team. And the payouts get good if you get out of your bracket. If you get out of your region, the payouts get good to start with.
So you only play 10 teams within your division. So your division
in your
Could
region.
be no, it says division. And then you get divisional playoff times, and that's when you move from division to region
To
to
region. Okay. So the
national.
divisions are within the region. So like I know Charlotte in my area,
Yeah,
it's
I'll
like
hit the map right now.
yeah, there's a ton. Like we were talking about, New York doesn't. The closest to Western New York is Albany. That sucks for you guys. Closest to
There's only
me,
one division in New
there's
York,
only
and
one
it's
division in all of
Albany.
New York, and it's Albany. But
Hmm.
you guys should still field the team and go. It's worth it.
You guys have three: Raleigh, Charlotte, and Wilmington. Oh
Well,
no, I'm sorry,
that's
that's
just
North
that's North
Carolina.
Carolina.
Yeah, I was thinking you're traveling with that because of the people that
I will be,
are on the
but
team. But yeah, you have two: Charleston and Florence.
yeah,
But like Texas has eight,
yep.
California has eight, Florida only has three. That was a
See,
surprise.
there's some weird ones too because Massachusetts has Boston, which yes, there's a lot of disc golf within an hour of Boston. There is no disc golf near Boston. Trust me, I live there. I know. So
Yeah,
it's
Boston is the only division,
only division in
so
all of Massachusetts,
they're
which means
travel. Well, okay, but it's small enough that you're traveling an hour or whatever, right?
it's like 3 hours across
Where
the state.
us join in the Albany region,
Yeah,
we do
it's
have to
six
travel for.
hours or meet in the middle or yeah. But I think
Yeah,
this will be cool. I want to field teams from either Greenville, Spartanburg, Charlotte. There's going to be teams from Charlotte. There's going to be teams from Charleston, Columbia, like you said, Raleigh, Durham, Wilmington, like Asheville area.
and
So
there are regions in Hawaii and Alaska.
yes, there's a region in
So the
Hawaii and
winner of
Alaska.
that
So
region is going to have to travel.
yeah, that's gonna suck. But and the cool thing is for me specifically, the finals are in Charlotte.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
Let's take a look at the finals. I mean, why not, right? It's the Mecca. Well, California could match,
California.
but
Yeah,
Mecca of the East Coast.
it's a little the East Coast is more densely populated than the West Coast of the U.S. So more people are making it this way than the other way.
I just need more information who's behind it. I'm not doubting it because
We all
Philo's
do.
name is attached to it, but
I know. That's what everyone's been saying is we need more
definitely
information.
bracket and breakdowns. Everything is on that. You can put the link
Yeah, I'll put a link right. Yeah, in the blank
somewhere.
space below us, maybe.
That would be nice. Put a link. Champions, brackets, region. So yeah, just keep an eye out for it, I guess, because
Yeah.
you gotta. First of all, you don't even know how much it costs per team, but to $1 million
Uh,
for the winners, you're hoping regionals win something too.
So if you do the math, which someone on Reddit did this, if you did $400 per player, you get the total 4 million in prizes.
And did it say how many matches you would play? Was it
It does,
10 matches?
you play 10 other teams. It says right, so that would be 10 matches.
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't know,
So,
$40 a
and
match.
then you got to take into account somebody's got to pay for insurance, somebody's got to pay for the course,
Oh
somebody's
yeah,
got to pay all the stuff that you normally pay for. And your travels, $400 per person, 10 games, chance at $1 million. You're gonna get some. Again, we don't know. Oh wait, there is a structure on there. I did read it. So you're giving up points if you're all straight ballers, MPO, FPO, whatever you are, highly rated, and you're playing middle of the road or less. You have to win by a minimum number of strokes.
okay, I didn't see that when I read it.
I did see that, and they gave a graphic for like MPO basically playing like MA2
Oh,
or maybe
okay.
it was MA3. That if you win by 10 strokes during the match, but you have to give up 12, you lost.
Oh, so it's that format we tried for Team Challenge that no one liked. I don't think you played that year.
Yeah, I did. I
Oh,
played.
you did?
I helped. I
You
subbed. I
helped. Yeah,
did
you
whatever,
subbed.
but
That's right.
I played Nate in that one. Uh, I was with Danny, and we played like Nate and I think like
Okay.
somebody like John King or somebody, and we ended up winning because they had to give us those strokes.
They give you
It was
strokes.
like
Yeah.
it was you give up that many strokes. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So
Regulations, bracket and breakdown.
yeah. So we will have to see when they put more information out. I will be very curious to see what they actually do.
Player skill level. Here it is. 12. Oh my God. So if open plays against a beginner, 3, 4, that would be beginner bracket, you're giving up 12 strokes. You've got to win by more than 12.
I mean,
Open to open is heads up.
heads up. Yeah.
Say open is pro. Like if you're an actual pro player.
Yeah.
Cash, you know. So they have pro, they have expert, they have novice, and then they have beginner.
Okay.
So who fits in where? They're gonna have to distinguish that
so
too.
like,
But
I would be an
I'm gonna say
expert, I
beginner
guess.
is yes, you would be an
Right?
expert. I'm difficult because I could be I could be a novice or an expert depending on
I would say you would fit
where
more
they
in a
put it.
novice.
I would say that too, based on 900 rating,
Yeah, and you're old.
and I'm old. Um,
Just had to throw
doesn't
that in
matter
there.
if I'm yeah, doesn't matter if I'm old and I'm still beating you because you have to give me 8 strokes. You're
Right.
not winning that any
But
day.
but so wait, I would. Oh, is that what it says? If expert played
So it has a chart
novice?
here. I'm looking at it right now. So
Yeah.
if you played a pro, so pro versus expert, the pro has to beat you by 4.
Okay, so it seems like 4 per division level.
Yeah. 4, 8, and 12. I'm looking
Okay.
at it. So pro versus pro versus expert 4, pro versus novice 8, pro versus beginner 12.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm thinking like if you played Angry Beaver, I would beat an MA3 player by 8. I should. If a pro played someone at Angry Beaver, they should beat a MA3 player by 12 or more.
Okay. I mean,
Or
that's what they're going with, right?
or Nevin, like Nevin Golds, Hornets Nest Golds, like any
It's
of
an
those.
X. So an expert against a pro, or an expert versus an expert. So an expert playing, it's 4 strokes per
Yeah.
level. Expert playing novice gets 4. Expert versus beginner 8. Yeah.
Yep. 4 per division. Okay.
Wow.
That'll be
So
interesting.
it doesn't have a time frame on it, right? It just says when they
No,
reach a
just when
thousand
they reach
teams that
1,000.
are
So
willing to do it. Give up more information, you might reach that 1,000 faster than you think.
much quicker. Yeah. Yeah. I think once
Yeah.
they get more information, it'll be so. But maybe this is
Yeah.
how people learn about it. Maybe we share this.
Remember,
Share
people
this.
get into disc golf because it's cheap.
Well, yeah, and then you
If
end
you can
up
win $1,000,000.
with this a wall of discs you
Yeah.
never planned on having.
Yeah.
But I
All
think
right. So
that's enough about leagues, the week that happened, things that are coming up. We
one
can
more
get.
question about your leagues
Oh
down
yeah,
there, because you guys started. We actually started when Outwater
yeah.
started
Outwater
this
started. I
past
saw that.
Monday. Still cold as hell, but we have leagues here on when it's full ride. You got Monday, you got Tuesday, you got Wednesday. You don't have one on. Was there one on Thursdays?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one on
Thursdays was
Thursdays. It
ECP
was the
Pinewoods.
actual. Yeah, it was the actual sanctioned one.
Yeah.
Uh, what was the Squala had a Saturday morning one, but that didn't take off very well because of the
No.
tournaments.
Yeah.
But what do you guys have?
Every day you could
Oh,
do
we have a
something.
Sunday. We have a Sunday. Yeah, Spartan Sunday.
Yeah.
So we have Sunday, Monday,
You
Tuesday,
could do
Wednesday, and
something.
Thursday.
I think there's nothing on Saturdays for league play, but there might be somewhere that I just don't go to. There's
Oh,
I know someone posts about Mondays. I know I go to Tuesdays. Putting leagues on Wednesdays every other week.
so you actually still have a putting league during the season?
The season, yeah,
Oh,
because
oh, nice.
we do it
Good to have.
outside at a brewery.
Nice.
Thursday I just went to. It's today. Friday there's a league at my favorite course at Golden Grove. Saturday there's nothing that I know of, and then Sundays there's all day at Century.
Okay, nice.
So a lot of league.
All right. So yeah, there you go. That covers what the week that was. So we kind of today's topic that we kind of spoke about was bag versus cart, right?
Yeah, that was a hot topic on the internet for a
Look this
while.
up.
People were giving Rick a hard time for using a cart for some reason. Like I don't. I mean, I'll start by just saying for the longest time I was anti-cart. I was just like, you lazy bums. But I used Santos's for a tournament once at a longer course, a long tournament, and I understood the value of not picking up your bag. I understand the biomechanical advantage to not picking up your bag constantly, not bending over, not doing anything like that. However, I feel like dragging a cart up a hill sometimes sucks. Or
True.
down a hill, you're fighting it back up the
Mm-hmm.
hill. So I think there's a trade off either way. Personally, I don't know if there is. I will typically carry a bag over a cart. I own a cart, I own a bag, I own 2 bags now. I will typically carry a bag. It's just easier to get in and out of my car. I don't have to set anything up. I just grab it and go, pop out of the car, go to hole one, move on. And now I have a nicer bag. I have an expensive bag. I won't even say nicer, just expensive bag. That is.
I would say nicer. Looks nicer to me.
I like the color better. It's,
Yeah. All right. I'll give you that.
that's why it's nicer for me, but I like the color. But it's comfortable. I don't mind having it on my back. I don't notice the weight of it, and maybe I'm just used to it from carrying a bag for 10 years for disc golf, that I really don't notice the weight of it anymore.
So part of the conversation and why it heated up was people were talking about advantages and disadvantages during a tournament over a 4-day, whatever it was. And
Yeah.
here's what I have to say about it. It's not the old disclaimer or dispensation for like Ball Golf had for I forgot what player it was, but he was half injured, wanted to use a golf cart to travel and play, and everybody else had to walk. Right,
Yeah.
that's a clear advantage. And the reason this is not an advantage is because literally everyone on tour has the same option.
Yeah.
You can choose a bag, you can choose a caddy, you can choose a cart, you can choose. I mean, maybe a caddy can be harder to come by, right? Because some people don't have someone that travels with them, right? Some people want a caddy who is a mute, carry my bag, turn around when I need a disc, walk away. Some people want a caddy that can bounce things off of, right?
Yeah.
Right? I prefer having a caddy like you or somebody who knows my bag that can tell me, what are you doing? Put that back. You're not throwing that here. That's what I prefer. Someone to bounce that stuff off of. But yeah, so in Vegas, my very first sanctioned tournament that I ever played, they gave me an Innova bag. The ginormous bag is equal to the A series.
Yep.
I still have that bag and I still use it today. So that's 4 years now.
Yep.
But while we were there, I saw a guy with what is that? A Rovic? Yes. Saw a guy with a Rovic, and out the corner of my eye, I'm like, wow, what? Like, that thing looks amazing. He's just walking, strolling by, doing stuff. But Alicia heard me say that, and I wasn't paying attention. And then the following Father's Day, boom, got a Rovic right there in the driveway. I was like, are you kidding me? In of a bag that I had, right, that I was carrying, Rovic. Don't carry bags anymore, period. If I can avoid it, if it's not a terrain issue, I've got a second cart. I have the bigger one, the Trek, the Transit, the Zuka Transit.
Yeah.
That fits an enormous amount of discs, which now that I've narrowed shit down, I don't really fill it with discs. I have towels or drink or something in there because I have the pouch to carry my putters and other stuff. But I cannot overstate the simplicity of just having a cart that you can just sit down. We all have cards of people who take forever to throw. Yeah, you can sit on the ground, get up, do whatever. But I mean, you just throw, just pop a spot, just sit down, just wait.
It is.
It's your time. Mentally, you're gathering yourself mentally. Like you got to focus on their throw because you're part of the card. But other than that, you're good to go. So I prefer, if I can, to have my cards. I would say very dependent on the terrain is even which cart I would go with, because that Zutka rolls well on a flatter, carries more, does whatever. Doesn't have as many attachments as the Rovic, but when I have some real terrain issues, I go with the bigger wheeled Rovic and my bag attached to it. And in the rain, usually I'll use that one too because it has an umbrella holder. The rain fly fits over my bag. You know what I mean? That thing has cigar clips. It has a cooler attachment, a seat. It does have fenders. I did not attach. No, I did. I did. I didn't do the fenders on my Zuka, but
Okay,
it's up to you.
I gotta pause the cart conversation because of the way you say Zuka. Have you ever eaten a yucca taco? Do you know what yucca is?
No.
So then it's not because of that. It's just like a fried potato kind of thing. Really good in a taco. So good. We got them in Boston. I might be
Wait a minute.
might be misremembering what yucca is, but it's just like a fried
I
little
mean,
thing in a taco shell, like with some seasonings and some other stuff. But
okay, so we in our world of the Hispanics, we have
yeah,
juca. So that's
so
literally what
is
you're
that what I'm
describing is
saying?
the juca. It's like a potato.
Okay,
Yes, yes. That's what you're
am I
talking
saying
about.
it wrong? I'm just being white.
We make well, no, like when you say yucca, I'm like
What is
never
that?
heard of that in my life.
Yeah.
When you describe it, it's like that. I'm like googling right away. Wait, what's a juca? So now I'm trying to see what it is in English,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's the yucca plant is like basically um like a potato. It has the
Yeah.
consistency of a potato. It looks more like a carrot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
my mom like forever like I
Yeah.
love it. Like the stuff that we make with it. So yeah.
I
So
I checked.
the Zuka cart got you thinking yucca, and
Yeah.
now you want a taco
Yeah. I
with.
check.
Now you're weirding me out. How does the taco having potato in it
No, the way you were
a good
saying.
thing?
Oh, I love those. I love. You never had a taco with that, like fried in a
No,
taco? Oh, dude.
no,
I check every taco place I go to see if they have that on the menu.
really.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna
It
have to try to
was
remember that.
insane. It was the place around the corner from our apartment in Boston had it. It was
Okay,
insanely good. Reed was the first one to get it. Just show me because Reed's vegetarian.
I'm texting Christina right now as we talk. She's gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" Tacos. You said it's fried with fried.
Yeah.
Because
It's
I mean, I said my mom made that stuff, but Christina cooks
yeah, yeah.
just as
No,
much
it's
of
just
the
like
Hispanic
you
food.
just like like deep fry it, throw it in a taco like a soft shell with I forget what they had on these ones. I could look at their menu and figure out what place this was in Boston. I could text Reed and he would tell me because I don't remember the name of it, but it was so good.
Yeah, because we go there a lot too, so we might
Yeah,
even be making a trip up there soon. But yeah, all right. You know what? Taco holder on the cart that'll help too.
there you go.
Oh my God. Bob's tournament. The I want to say Bob's tournament. The guy had taco shells as his snack.
No, I don't remember that.
I think that no. It was your tournament. It was on your card. I was caddying with you. This was had to be Ledgestone.
I don't
The
remember
kid
this.
pulls out tortillas. Just pulls tortillas out of the bag. Just rolls them up, starts eating them plain. And I remember it was your card because you're the one that said that is the most college snack thing I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, how the hell did this dude just pop up with tortillas? But yeah, that's a thing. I said
Well,
a guy pulled out tortillas in the middle of a
I
round.
probably said that because my buddy he's from LA. Zach, I'm gonna out you as he his house has the chandelier from one of the Batman movies in it.
Damn.
He came to a Bills game like over Thanksgiving or some break we had. Came to Buffalo to visit with me. Went to a Bills game. We were home after the Bills game, eating. We were all just hanging out on the couch. My mom. She offers food. She made food. She offered food to everybody. Like whatever. The same thing she would do anytime anyone's around. He was like, no, I don't need anything. He eats like half a bag of white bread, just plain white bread. My mom is
All
still
right.
offended by that because he wouldn't take her food. He just took half a bag of white bread.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Wow.
that's probably why I said the tortillas just rolled up was just like the
Okay.
most. That's such a college snack to eat.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was funny. I was just he was honestly and legitly like offering like, hey, who wants a tortilla? And we're like,
Oh, people always offer their snacks. Like someone pulled out Skittles, they'll throw you some
oh yeah,
Starburst. People love doing that.
yeah. But I just never saw anyone do it with a tortilla,
No, I
and
never
I
have.
haven't since.
Clearly, it didn't make an impact on me because I don't remember it, but you do.
Yeah.
So
All right. So
So back to the bags versus
maybe
carts. Three.
maybe Rovic. Actually, Rovic does have that little flat part where the scorecard goes, so you can put
Yep,
a
you can
tortilla
put a
on there.
tortilla in there.
You could.
You could even undo the thing where the scorecard comes out. You put the tortilla in.
Yes,
You put all your
that's your
ingredients
taco
in, and
holder.
then you.
That's your taco holder right there. Genius, brilliant. And you can't do that with a bag.
You
So
can't do that
people
with
who
a
do
bag.
bag
I don't know
only,
the putter pocket. You could put it in the putter pocket on the top.
I lose a lot of shit in there.
You would
Like
lose
a
a
lot.
lot down there. Yeah.
Yeah. I still love that bag. So disclaimer: I bought like one or two bags before that. I was a beginner, smaller bags, just trying different things. But once I got that bag, it literally was like the A series. It fit
Yeah.
everything. I never needed another bag. To this day, I think I might be having some stitching coming out just from the back and forth of putting it on the cart and off. I carry it at Outwater
Yeah.
for the front nine at least, or sometimes the whole thing of Outwater, and I carry it for the front nine of the Emery.
Sure.
I have also done the Rovic on the front nine of Emery. Impossible?
Could.
No. Difficult? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, uh, but it's possible. The Zuka is easier to lift up in there, but the wheels are
Yeah.
struggle sometimes with the elevation changes. But
Okay.
other than that, I don't carry my bag for. Oh, um, I want to say maybe Vets, like the small park over
Oh,
here, that
I
little putter
never
course.
played that course.
Sometimes I don't want to take a cart at all. I don't want to take
Sure.
anything because I only need putter. Actually, just putters. I think I take my zone, my putters, and maybe a really overstable mid to try some forehand stuff. And that's it. I don't take anything else. So I'll
Yeah.
just throw it in that bag, throw it on my shoulder.
Yeah.
But that's it. So you did get a cart though. You have a
I
cart,
have a
right?
cart. I use it occasionally for long tournaments.
And which one do you have?
I have a Zuka bag cart. One you stuff your bag into, which none of my bags ever fit
Is it
into
the
it
one
well.
that looks like a dolly, or is it the one that it
No,
fits
it's
just
got the full
underneath?
it's
It
got the
has a,
full cage. Like you fit it all into the
which is
cage.
a
Got the
sit down
flap.
thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Okay.
flaps up so you can.
Because let me go look them up. They have different names, but I like looking at these. I'm
Yeah,
not going to buy any.
I
It's like looking at them, but
I mean that
they
cart's in great shape. I bought a putter pouch for it, and the putter pouch is a great investment for your cart. Then you get more space on top for backups.
Infinite.
Infinite putter pouches.
Infinite, or did you do
No,
theirs?
the
Yeah,
infinite
Infinite
putter.
has the better one, and they fit
Really
more.
good putter pouch. Now they make the putter pouch extended. The XL putter pouch. You fit like a half a bag inside the putter pouch.
Jesus.
Yeah, the XL Infinite putter pouch is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It looks ridiculous on a cart.
Disc
But
golf cart cover. We got the disc golf cart. Wow. Oh my God. The cost of carts these days.
I mean, I got my bag on sale, and I got a good deal on my bag.
So my Transit, I got the old Glory Transit.
Yep.
Funny story. Christian lost in the communication for when they bought me the Rovic. Like he was gonna chip in with them, but they like never, or they did a different side chat or group chat that he wasn't a part of, and then they're like, oh, he didn't. So when they did it, he was pissed at them. So the following Father's Day, he got me the Transit, and I'm like, I'm a retailer, right? Like I could have got that. He's like, I wanted it to be a surprise. You paid full price. Yeah, I'm surprised that I raised somebody
I'm
who would pay full
surprised.
price when I'm a retailer.
Well, listen,
But
if you
yeah,
weren't gonna get it right the first time, that's why I got 6 more. One of them's gonna be smart. It wasn't the third, fourth, or fifth, because I know all of them pretty well.
yeah, I'm pretty much down to my last. Isla is it, which actually she is a little baby genius, and it's scary sometimes how she's doing it. So maybe it's just because I am as old as what is a geriatric fuck?
You
Call
old
me.
fucking geriatric fuck.
Yeah, yeah, that. So yeah, I'm
Uh,
looking at the cards. I remembered there is one that's just a dolly. I know there
yeah.
is. Like there's nothing to it.
The
It's just
MVP
here it
Rover.
is.
The MVP Rover
It,
is that one as
the
well.
easy cart is too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a dolly and it has a little bar
Yeah.
so that you can slide something underneath your bag
Yep.
if you had to, but there's like 6 inches of space under there. So
Yeah.
That's not a backpack cart with a seat or anything like that. It's just a dolly, a very
Yeah.
expensive one.
Yeah.
Also, do yourself a favor if you haven't. There is DIY disc golf cart
Oh
page on
yeah.
Facebook, and
Oh,
it's amazing to see. I've
uh,
seen some pretty good setups there.
a friend of mine down here that just got into the sport, he took an old pool vacuum cart and took the pool vacuum off of it, and it's got perfect wheels.
There you go. See stuff like that. I actually remember I bought a Jeep stroller before I got my first cart. I bought an actual the Jeep stroller had the really big off
Yeah.
road wheels. It's a Jeep brand, and I bought it on Marketplace. I got fooled because the guy advertised it had the Bluetooth speaker at where the cup holders and everything go. And then when I get there, I'm like, this doesn't even have the speakers. Like, dude, look at the picture. Like, I show him. He's like, oh, that was a picture from like whatever. I was like, all right, I'm giving you $10 now. I'm not giving you 20. Like, I drove all the way out here for this, and I say maybe $30, and I dropped it to 20. But I was like, dude, come on, you knew what you were doing. I wanted it because it had speakers and the big tires, and I could.
Yeah.
I think I forgot who I saw. Maybe Mark. I saw somebody with a stroller that had
Mark
some
Kistner
discs in
uses
it.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought maybe I'll just try that out or whatever. And then like I never even got a chance to convert it because they showed up with that cart for Father's Day, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
all right, I gave the Jeep stroller to someone else to play with. So
Yep.
those DIYs, I've seen some amazingly good and amazingly bad ideas, but
Yes.
you know,
I have seen some crazy DIY carts. Like you remember the one, the guy who made like the Texas flag leather one that made the rounds. That thing was
yeah,
hideous to me. He loves it, I guess. But I think it was a Rovic,
I
or I think it was a R3, well, whatever Ricky has. Remember those big carts Ricky has?
those are the big dogs.
Yeah.
Those are the solid, yeah. And you don't hear about their little wheel caps falling off.
Nope.
Um, so what was I gonna say? I'm looking at a picture of one right here, and it has a lot of different colors, and they're charging a lot more money for birdie pines. It has just like a disc golf in the woods thing. You
Oh.
charge an extra $20 just for that cover versus another one. Like, and I'm just on a Zuka thing, looking at having fun right
Yeah.
now. But the Zuka pouch, I'm not a fan of that. But the grip, all the things that you can customize to make it yours, right?
Yeah.
I have what I bought was the grip tape that you can put on a baseball bat,
Yep.
and I wrapped the handle in that. But now they have that little insert, so you can hide a little smoky smoke or whatever else you hide in
I
there.
have
But
seen those.
yeah, I've seen that, and I've seen somebody who kept falling out, and I advised them just get some of the tape and just
Yeah.
wrap it up. You can still lift it up because my tape's been on there since I had the cart. I haven't
Yeah.
had an issue with it at all.
I'm
Um,
having most new bags, so I'll tell why I get a grip bag. I bought a black original A series grip bag. It's the size of a new B series, but it was the original A series grip bag from a friend in college who bought it from someone else. I used that bag for like 3 or 4 years. I gave it to Reed. Reed's used it for 2 years or more now. It is perfect still. There's nothing wrong with it. Like the quality on grip bags is so good, in my opinion, that I will always buy grip bags.
didn't I want to say Justin or somebody early on, one of our early people. They had a warranty on there, and they backed that warranty,
Factory,
like had
yes.
it replaced, right?
As long as so I read through the warranty information because I just bought a new one. I wanted to know what it covers. Um, it only covers the original owner of the bags. You register it on their website with your tracking number and your order number, and it covers the original owner. But they take them back. If something breaks on yours,
Oh,
you send it to them,
yeah,
or you have to
yeah,
cut it in half.
right.
Basically, I've heard stories of people that are like, they make you cut it in half.
So, shout out to the Rovic people. Something happened to my Rovic early on. It was within like 6 months. Something just like meh. Something fell off, and I was like, I don't really think that should just happen like that. Like a screw was like stripped or fell off, whatever, right? So I write them a quick email. They sent me 4 new parts, like for the entire bottom half of the cart,
Yeah.
like a screw. I was like, wow, that's amazing. And they were like, the emails were, hey, this happened. Like, do you guys have another screw? Is there another piece? I'm handy. I can handle it. If
Yeah.
you just send me. They're like, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to take care of it. And they asked me for a picture, which I already had, showed them the picture. And they're like, okay. Well, I want to say 2 weeks later for all brand new parts. I still have them in the garage. I replaced 2 of them just because I could, because they were there.
Yeah.
Didn't need to. But that means something, right? When somebody backs their product like that.
Yeah.
And now we're talking bags and warranties and shit. And I just got to thinking of, what do you think is one of the most expensive bags off the top of your head?
Pound Octothorpes or Octohalls. The Octohall is probably more expensive. It's bigger.
The deluxe Octo Haul, $475.
The Sigr SIGR bags that Barsby uses, those are pretty expensive too.
Seeger, the fine Seeger, you could win a bag. I remember watching the European Open. I think it was. Yeah.
Those are pretty expensive.
Seeger disc golf bag. Yep, those are in the 300.
Yep.
Seeger red, Seeger yellow, those are in the 300. But yeah, that the Octo
Hall.
Nothing really beats that Octo. So, am I making this up, or has there actually been a Louis Vuitton disc golf bag?
Oh,
or did someone make it a thing?
So I just saw that recently too. I think someone made one.
Is that what it was?
But there is a company that makes leather disc golf bags now. I think they sponsor maybe James Proctor. I don't know. I can't think of what the name of that company is offhand. I don't see them that often because leather disc golf bag. Leather and disc golf don't seem to go together in my mind. Disc golf is such a dirty sport that I don't want to clean leather that often.
Right.
Whereas leather is easy to clean. That's why you get leather car seats, because they're very easy to just wipe off.
I think Brody Smith may not have been the Louis one, but I do think I can remember him talking about a very expensive, like a designer series bag for his wife or something, if he had a certain amount of lights or shares.
Oh.
I remember. I'll have him on the podcast. He can tell us about it.
Yeah, sure. Hit him up.
Pure bags. That's leather.
Pure bags. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. Pure premium leather.
Yep.
Looks expensive. I can smell it from the picture right now.
Yeah.
Like, wow. I don't know that, that's going to take there are players who are known to be fair weather players.
Yeah.
They don't play in adverse conditions. They don't want to get wet. They don't want to have anything. You just want the perfect sunny day to go play. I guess that's your bag.
That's your bag for sure.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want to put that. What are you going to do? Put a tarp down, then put your bag down, and then put it back up?
Yeah, no.
You don't want your bag sitting in that.
Yep, nope. I like the
Louis Vuitton one is crazy.
I like that most new bags come with the Velcro strip, the Velcro patch, so you can put patches on it.
Yes, I saw yours.
I love that.
You did show us the patches.
I added another one. I got another set of patches of like 5 or 6 patches that I'm gonna put like 2 on. I'm waiting for 2 more to come from 26 Shirts, the company in Buffalo that does all the custom run shirts and stuff. Super cool
stuff like that.
Yeah, all the Bills stuff. So I've got a couple Bills patches coming in the mail still that should be on their way. So I like that customization. My Gateway bag did have a patch spot. I just never got around to buying the patches for it. So I've got a Gateway patch on my bag, obviously. Still want to support the people that support me the most. So
obviously,
yeah.
I was going to make a note for that for the future for patches to look up one. I don't have anything for patches. I have put stickers on my carts. That's what I have, some stickers on there, but I don't have anything for patches. And my bag doesn't take patches, but
pins as well.
I mean, it is awesome. Oh yeah, pins. Yeah, I have my bag. I had a bunch. A bunch. I started taking them off. I lost one, and then I had another one where the thing that holds it on the inside had come off, and I reached my hand into the thing, and it scraped it all the way down, and I was like, that's just not smart. I was like, first of all, you shouldn't have put it where your hand goes. Second of all, just check them. But I took some of those off. But I had a bunch of pins. I like the pins. I like to customize. Obviously, that's what I
Yeah, I
started
think
dying
it's
this.
fun. It gives it personality because everyone has some similar bags at this point, same colors and everything. So it gives your bag some personality.
Unless you have that octo haul.
Unless
Which
you have that
I'm
octohol,
thinking,
yeah.
all
Well,
right.
because those, the only reason I would want one of those is for the custom, is for how custom you can make it. That part
Like
is
you're literally picking
really cool to me. You pick
every
every color.
color of as many colors as you want, down to the zipper pulls, the zipper lining, everything about those things. But and I just gotta say it, $450
Yeah,
for a disc golf bag.
yeah.
It seems like a lot to me. For what you get retail for a very good quality bag at 200, 250. What about the Squatch bags?
Squatches are very nice. I know a lot
Right?
of people with those.
Those are very nice.
I know
Hmm.
plenty of
And those
people
were
with
in the
those.
250 range.
Yep, they're very similar to the
Very
Grip
nice
A series.
bags.
Yep.
Hmm. So you have the Grip, you have the Squatch, you have some other ones in the $200 to $300 range.
I think the Octothorpe.
Customization or not, what's yeah?
I think the Octothorpe's like 350 to 370 if you get a custom colorway for one of the pros.
I'm looking at an online deluxe Octothor colored Jeremy Colling Earth for 449
Okay, so
on the
even
pound
the even the
on the pound site.
even the Octothorpes are pretty high. Yeah.
You know what? I could be wrong. I could be misremembering. Sexton had his bags through here in the Sexy Thorpe, whatever they were
Sextothorpe.
calling it,
Yeah.
uh, was a $500 bag,
Could have been.
and
Very well.
I think a couple of them were going a little bit more. I don't know if it was for fundraising purposes or if it was just for him
Right.
or if it was a release limited, but I do remember it being in the $500 range, and I just thought to myself, God, that's a lot of money for a bag.
Yeah.
Not just a bag, call it what you want. I mean, they're hand sticks. They have one lady who does whatever she, makes her
Yeah.
amazing colors and whatever the story goes. But is it something that you would be interested in
I mean,
ever?
this would have been the time I would have got one because I was kind of committing to a bag for a couple of years now. This would have been the time for me to get one. I thought the next bag I got, if I was going to spend money, would have been a custom Octothorpe, just based on how much I like customization. I like certain colors a lot, so I think getting
Yeah.
colors that I really like would have been cool. But this grip bag I have is in like my favorite color, so I'm happy to spend half the money.
Does Grip offer the bladder, the drinks? I'm
I don't
looking at
know
an
if
Octothorpe that they have
yeah they have the
the
bladder. I don't
drinks.
think grip
Yeah.
does. I don't think that idea ever caught on that well.
Well, it did for Pound and it did for Dynamic Discs. They had one that
They
had it.
had it, but do they still sell it?
Do they still? Oh, good question. I don't know. I'm looking at it as an option on the Pound, and I thought I
Yeah,
just don't. I don't know that that's a good thing to have in the heat. I don't think it keeps it that cold as well as some of the other thermoses and stuff that you could be
right.
using. And as someone who needs to drink more water during a round but doesn't, it's nice to know you have it cold when you. So what I do, especially if it's a 2 day or 2 round tourney, I freeze. I take a little bit of the water out and I freeze it
Oh yeah,
overnight,
that's smart.
and then I just let it sit on the bag, and it just starts to melt, and it's nice and cold,
That's
pretty much.
very
The
smart.
rest of the round, because I get the tall ones.
Yep, yep.
So, but I have a couple of the water jugs from Vegas. They just, I mean, you could pack it with ice,
Yeah,
3 hours max for cold. So if
yeah,
you freeze a brick like that, one or two, it's heavier, to carry around with you. But as it thaws, I'll do that with a Gatorade too. Gatorade or a water.
yeah,
Let it freeze.
yeah.
Drink a little bit, let it freeze, and then just let it, thaw while you're walking around doing whatever. It stays cold, really cold. Um,
Well,
all right.
I don't know if we came to a conclusion, but we're right up at an hour, so
The
I think
conclusion is, I
do
think we
whatever you
both
want.
agree. Do what you want. It's not an advantage because everyone has numerous options to carry whatever bag you want, whatever cart you want, whatever
Yeah.
you know, anything you want is there. Don't take it away. Let people use carts if
Yep.
they want to use carts or caddies or bags. There's people out there who will literally look at you when you say, "I'll caddy for you," and they say, "Get away! Don't touch my bag."
Yeah.
They want to carry their bag. They like to feel they're in a routine. Doesn't make it an advantage. Just makes it a preference.
Yep.
So whatever you prefer
Um,
to do, do it.
I want to lastly give shout out to a new apparel company, a new part of the. I was always a big fan of Dark Ace. Listen to play disc golf, listen to metal. Shout out to you, George. I'm always a big fan. Under the Dark Ace umbrella is now Bright Birdie disc golf, pop punk inspired disc golf. So I am much more of a pop punk head than a metal head. So I will be checking out your new drop.
Reaching out to them to start an emo drop because that's when you guys are really going to be involved.
Yeah.
That's
No,
the next disc. You and
in
Bob back to back in the emo series.
yep, on the first, April 1st, their first drop will be. So I will be picking up some apparel.
This isn't a joke, is
This
it?
is not a joke. They have a real Instagram.
You're saying April 1st. That's why I have to ask.
They have a real Instagram. They have real graphics. Looks awesome.
Nice.
So I will be picking
Nice.
up some of
All
this. I think it's going to be super cool. So shout out to you, George, again,
Yeah.
for having sick brands and representing a lot of people in disc golf.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so before you close us out in the season of Marcus, we try to finish off with a little week ahead because we did the week that was talk about a little something. Do you got anything going on? Anything lined up to play, or are you still
Nothing
mellow?
this weekend. Next weekend we're going to North Cove. Justin had the great idea to hit up North Cove. So me, Justin, Bob, and Manderson are going to go to North Cove next weekend.
And Manderson made the move, huh?
He did, yeah. Manderson's down in Charlotte.
Yeah, nice.
Uh,
And where's North Cove?
North Cove is the course that College Nationals was on. The Pro Tour played a tournament on it. It's just 2 hours north of me, like straight north in North Carolina.
Nice.
Then the weekend after that is Bob's Salisbury tournament, which is a passion project that Bob has been working on for a long time. There's waiting for money, but we will talk about that more next week. So tune
Right,
back
cool.
in.
Nice.
If you made it this far, to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and we will see you right back here next week.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a good one.